Hello guys, welcome with a new video on the channel again. In today's lesson, we'll be going through the very last 3 letters of Arabic. So without further ado, back your stuff, let's take a closer look at these letters. Alright, so the first letter of today is the 26th letter of Arabic. So as always, let's see how it is pronounced and written in its general form. Alright, so the 26th letter of Arabic is pronounced as He. 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 Repeat after me. He. 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 So the sound of the letter He is equivalent to the sound of the letter H in English. Also, it is similar to the unique sound or sound. Also remember, as a side note, do not mix between the sound of the letter He and the sound of the letter Ha, because both of them is pronounced in a different way. So it's He and Ha. He, Ha. He, Ha. So make sure you practice them and pronounce them properly. So letter He is a glottal sound, which means a sound comes from the glottis. And glottis is the area or elongated space between the vocal cords. So glottis is responsible for the sound of the letter He. So the sound of the letter He is produced from letting a flow of air run through your open vocal cords or vocal folds. So it's pronounced as He, He, He. And that's simply how you pronounce it. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce the letter He, let's move on and see how to write it in its general form. Alright, to make it more easier for you to memorize how to write the letter He, let's break it down into simple sections. So the shape of the letter He looks similar to the shape of an eye from the front side. So to write it, first draw that semi-curved triangle-like shape. It kinda looks similar to the shape of the letter Del. As for the second section is to draw a small circle that is being held inside the first section, then extend it with that line. And that's how you write the letter He. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter He, let's move on and see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter He looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, He is always connected or linked to the letter after it. And the way you write it in its connected form in the beginning is the same way you write it in its general form. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. You see the word haram, haram, which means pyramid in Arabic, and the second one called hadaf, hadaf, which means goal in Arabic. In those 2 words, you can clearly notice that there is a He in the beginning and is connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of He when it is written in the middle. In the middle, He is either connected to the letter after it or connected to both letters before and after it. And the way you write it in the middle connected looks different. And to write it, first draw a horizontal line, then connect it with 2 small circles. They kinda look like a tie. So one circle is drawn above the line of your notebook and the other one drawn below the line. And eventually connect those 2 circles with another horizontal line that connects with the letter after it. And that's how you write the connected form of it in the middle. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. You see the word zahr, zahr, which means dice in Arabic, and the word sahl, sahl, which means easy in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the He in the middle, but He in the word zahr is only connected to the letter after it, while He in the word sahl is connected to both letters before and after it. Now last but not least for He, let's see how it looks at the end. He at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected. And in both cases at the end, He looks different and has 2 other shapes. So if He comes at the end of a word and it is not connected to the letter before it, then write it in this way, where its shape in this case looks exactly like a circle. Now if He comes at the end of a word but connected to the letter before it, then write it in this way, where you simply draw a vertical line, then draw a circle that is connected to that vertical line, then finally draw a horizontal line that connects letter He with the letter before it. Let's take 2 examples to make that clear. Let's take the word ittijah, ittijah, which means direction in Arabic, and the word sur'a, sur'a, which means speed or velocity in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Heh at the end, but the Heh in the word اتجاه is not connected to the letter before it, while the Heh in the word سرعة is connected to the letter before it. Alright guys, now that we talked about the letter Heh, let's move on and talk about the next letter. So the next letter is the second letter of today and the 27th letter of Arabic. So let's see how it is pronounced and written in its general form.
Wow!
If you think this was out of context, then no, this is totally related, and that's because this is literally how you pronounce the next letter. So yes, the 27th letter of Arabic is pronounced as wow, wow, wow. Repeat after me, wow, wow, wow. So the sound of the letter wow is equivalent to the sound of the letter W in English, and can also be equivalent to the sound of the double O in English, like oo, as in the word cool, when it is used as a long vowel. But we will cover that all in details when we talk about the vowels of Arabic in the next course. But anyway, letter wow is a labial letter, which means you use both of your lips to pronounce this letter. And to get the sound of the letter wow, just simply form a circle shape with both of your lips, without having both lips completely closed or completely meeting, as you see right now, and that's simply how you pronounce the letter wow. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce this letter, let's move on to see how to write it in its general form. Alright, to make it more easier for you to memorize how to write the letter wow, let's break it down into simple sections. First section is to draw a semicircle, then the second section is to draw a tail-like shape and connect it to the first section. The whole letter looks like a big comma. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter wow, let's move on to see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter wow looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, wow is never connected or linked to the letter after it, so it is always separated at the beginning. And the way you write it in its connected form in the beginning is the same way you write it in its general form. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word ward, which means flowers in Arabic, and the second one called wasim, which means handsome in Arabic. In those two words, you can clearly notice that there is a wow in the beginning and is connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of wow when it is written in the middle. In the middle, wow is either connected only to the letter before it or not connected at all. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word موقف, which means situation in Arabic, and the word روشتة, which means prescription in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the wow in the middle, but the wow in the word موقف is connected only to the letter before it, while the wow in the word روشتة is not connected at all. Now last but not least for wow, let's see how it looks at the end. Wow at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected, and in both cases at the end, just write the wow how you write it in its general form as well. Let's take two examples to make that clear. Let's take the word عضو, which either means member or organ in Arabic, and the word metro, which obviously means metro in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the wow at the end, but the wow in the word عضو is connected to the letter before it, while the wow in the word metro is not connected at all. Alright, now that we talked about the letter wow, let's move on and talk about the next letter. Alright, so the next letter is the last letter for today, and also the very last letter of Arabic, which is the 28th letter of Arabic. So once again, let's see how it is pronounced and written in its general form. Alright, so the 28th and last letter of Arabic is pronounced as ye. Repeat after me, ye. So the sound of the letter ye is equivalent to the sound of the letter Y in English, as in the word yellow, and can also be equivalent to the sound of the double I in English, as in e, when it is used as a long vowel. But we will cover that more in details in the next course, so don't worry about that for now. But anyway, letter Y is a palatal letter, and the sound of the letter Y is produced when the flow of air passes through the tight area between the wrist tongue and the hard palate, and that's how you simply pronounce it. Alright, now that we know how to pronounce the letter Y, let's move on and see how to write it in its general form. Alright, to make it more easier for you to memorize how to write the letter Y, let's break it down into simple sections. The first section is to draw that shape that looks similar to the shape of the hook of the handle. As for the second section, draw that tail-like shape that is connected to the first section and is also drawn below the line of your notebook, except for the end of the tail that is drawn above the line. But of course, these whole sections are drawn in one go. I'm just breaking it down into sections for you so it can be easier when you practice it. And by the way, in Egypt we call it Heh-Waw-Ya, and Batta means duck in Arabic. So yes, you might have guessed it right by now. Letter Y looks similar to the shape of a duck. So whenever you see a duck, always remember your precious letter Y. Alright, now that we know how to write the letter Y, let's move on to see its different form in different positions of a word. Alright, let's start off to see how the letter Y looks like when it is written in the beginning. In the beginning, Y is always connected or linked to the letter after it, and the way you write it in its connected form in the beginning is different. And to write it, just simply draw a vertical line, then connect it with a horizontal line, then eventually add two dots below. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word Yom, which means day in Arabic, and the second one called Yasmin, which obviously means jasmine in Arabic. In those two words, you can clearly notice that there is a in the beginning and is connected to the letter after it. Now let's move on to see the form of Y when it is written in the middle. In the middle, Y is either connected to the letter after it or connected to both letters before and after it. And the way you write it in the middle connected is the same way you write it in the connected form in the beginning. Let's take two examples to make that clear. You see the word Sariya, which means fast or quick in Arabic, and the word Bait, which means house in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Y in the middle. But Y in the word Sariya is connected to the letter after it, while the Y in the word Bait is connected to both letters before and after it. Now last but not least for Y, let's see how it looks at the end. Y at the end is either connected to the letter before it or not connected, and in both cases at the end, just write the Y how you write it in its general form as well, or can also be written in the way that you see right now. Let's take two examples to make that clear. Let's take the word Qadi, which means judge in Arabic, and the word Zabadi, which means yogurt in Arabic. In both examples, you can clearly spot the Y at the end. But the Y in the word Qadi is connected to the letter before it, while the Y in the word Zabadi is not connected at all. Alright, now last thing to talk about today is our usual quick notice. And this notice is that you can find multiple Heh, Wow, and Yeah in the same word. Let me provide you with 3 examples for more clarity. If you look at the word Hudhud, which means the bird Hubu in Arabic, and the word Wa'ud, which means promises in Arabic, and the word Yatim, which means orphan in Arabic. In those 3 examples, you can clearly spot multiple letters that we took today in the same words, where in the first example, the letter Heh is written in the beginning and in the middle connected. In the second example, the letter Waw is written in the beginning not connected and in the middle connected. And for the last example, the letter Y is written in the beginning and in the middle connected. And so on with the examples. And that's it for our quick notice today. Alright guys, that's it for today. I hope you found this lesson easy and helpful. And if you have any questions regarding this lesson, then make sure to drop them in the comment section below and I will gladly answer them for you. In the next lesson, we'll be going through a very important topic that has to do with letters in Egyptian Arabic dialect. So get ready for it and make sure you don't miss it. Goodbye for now, and as always, I'll see you in the next Arabic Ark.